We are back at the Trainer's Edge, and I'm here with Paul Hemsworth from Hemsworth Strength and Wellness. And sitting on one of these balls is a comfortable thing to do, but I don't think we're going to be doing that today.
Unfortunately not. I mean, we could sit here all day on this comfy ball. We're going to get into some core exercises that utilize the stability ball, physio ball, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
So the first one you're going to do is a front plank. So you're going to have your elbows on the middle of the ball, and then we're going to add in as we go. So just be careful when you're getting on. Beware of your instability.
Okay.
So again, you're trying to keep a straight line all the way from your ear down to your ankle, which you are doing. Okay, so that's good. And then what we're going to add in is just moving your elbows forward and back.
Oh my God.
Just a little bit without moving the rest of your body.
Where am I supposed to be feeling this?
Once again, I'm going to ask you where you are feeling it.
Mostly in my abs.
Yeah, your abs. You're trying to keep your glutes tight, so your butt tight, so that your lower back doesn't sag too much.
Okay.
And relax. Good. So that's pretty good.
How many people fall on their face doing this?
Depends on how far they go.
Okay.
So that's the challenge there, and just trying to keep the rest of your body as still as you can while you do that.
And how long should you be doing that for?
It really depends on the person, but you could set a timer for maybe 10 to 20 seconds, see what you can do with good form, and then if you're doing that no problem, then you can bring the time up a little bit from there.
Okay, now I can tell you that one is hard. If you want to work your abs, that's a good one. Well, Paul, the last one really worked your core and your abs. Is this one going to do the same thing, even though I'm sitting?
Yeah, so you're going to definitely be working your core still on this, but the emphasis is going to be on the back, so the hamstrings and the glutes to hold you up in that position.
Okay.
Okay, so it is a full body thing, all right? So we're going to start with you on your back. Just scoot up so that you're at the edge of the mat there, good. And then bring your heels to the middle of the ball. So this is a stability ball hamstring curl. So yeah, make sure the legs are straight and right in the middle of the ball.
Are you going to guarantee that I'm not going to fall off this thing?
I can't guarantee anything. So have your hands nice and set in the mat there, and then you're going to bridge your hips up nice and high. So you're just your shoulders on the mat, good. And then you're going to pull your heels in towards your butt, good. And then out, but keep your hips right where they are.
So make sure you don't move.
Yeah. Try and bring your heels in a little further if you can. Good job. It's tough.
And how many of these are you supposed to do?
Somewhere between 8 and 10 is probably a good number. But again, if you're just starting off, then we maybe start with 3 or 4.
Okay, and the key thing is to keep your hips steady. You pretty much have to hold your stomach in?
Pretty much from your hips down to your shoulders, you're staying nice and tight, your glutes are engaged, and your hips are nice and high. So now we're going to start with an alternative exercise to the ab roller. Okay, so we don't have one of those and we have a stability ball. So essentially it's the same thing, but we're going to be on our elbows here. So I'm going to get you to start nice and upright, nice and tall. You're going to put your hands right about here on the ball, karate chop. Yeah. And then we're going to come down together from your knees all the way to your shoulders in a straight line. Roll the elbows ahead and then pull back with the elbows right now, all the way to standing tall or sitting tall. Good. So the further you get out, the more your back's going to want to arch, the tighter you have to keep your stomach.
So this one's mainly for your stomach then?
Yeah, but again, we're trying to keep the body together, so the glutes are still engaged in that, and your shoulders are still being pulled down through here.
Now, can everyone see that my arms are shaking? Okay, so I don't mind this one. It's not too bad. The other ones were a little harder.
A little tougher, right?
Now, so this week we concentrated on basically, it's a lot of core work, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And these balls are pretty cheap. If you want to do this kind of stuff at home, you just have to go to any store and you can pick one up.
Yeah, you can pretty much get them.
No, anyone can have one. Yeah. So if you want any more information on anything that we did today, you can contact Paul through his website. And Paul, what are we doing next week?
Next week we're doing the TRX.
So keep watching.
Suspension training at its best with Jan.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.